What if I told you that beneath Jamaica's turquoise waters, beneath its reggae rhythms and golden beaches, there might lie something that could completely rewrite the island's destiny? Not music, not tourism, but oil. Billions of dollars worth of it. This tiny Caribbean nation, known for its beauty and culture, could soon find itself standing shoulder to shoulder with global energy giants. But before we unravel this unbelievable story of discovery, power, and risk, take a moment to subscribe. Over 90% of people watching haven't subscribed yet, and trust me, you'll want to stay tuned for what's coming next, because Jamaica's story is about to take a turn no one saw coming. For decades, Jamaica's identity has been built on tourism, agriculture, and bauxite mining. It's a land of music, color, and movement. An island that thrives on visitors who come to escape reality. But what if the next chapter of Jamaica's story isn't about escape? It's about energy, wealth, and transformation? For years, whispers circulated among geologists that something massive might be hiding deep below Jamaica's southern waters. Strange patterns found in seismic surveys hinted at vast underground reserves. Formations that looked eerily similar to those found in oil-rich regions around the world. At first, the idea sounded far-fetched. Oil in Jamaica? The technology to confirm it didn't exist locally, and the government had little reason to take the gamble. Tourism was booming, and the risks seemed too high. But then, as global oil prices surged and exploration technology evolved, foreign energy companies began to look closer. Much closer. That's when everything changed. An international exploration firm brought its advanced seismic mapping tools to Jamaica's southern coast. What they found sent shockwaves through the industry. The data revealed deep geological structures that could contain up to 7 billion barrels of recoverable oil, a number so staggering it could double Jamaica's GDP. For a nation of under 3 million people, that kind of discovery could mean total transformation. Overnight, Jamaica was no longer just a paradise for tourists. It was a potential gold mine for the world's most powerful energy players. The implications were immediate. If the findings proved true, Jamaica could join the ranks of oil-producing nations for the first time in history. But such an opportunity doesn't come without enormous challenges. To extract that oil, Jamaica would need to build a massive new industry from scratch. Drilling rigs, refineries, storage depots, shipping ports, and power infrastructure. Experts estimated that the total investment required could surpass $20 billion over the coming decades. Imagine it. New jobs across engineering, logistics, and construction. New sources of revenue that could fund hospitals, schools, and roads. For the first time, Jamaica could move from energy dependence to energy independence. But there's a darker side to this dream, one that history has repeated far too often. Countries that suddenly strike oil often face the resource curse, a wave of corruption, inequality, and environmental destruction that leaves ordinary citizens behind. Could Jamaica avoid that fate? Around the world, powerful nations began to take notice. The United States, seeking to secure energy stability in the Caribbean, expressed interest in Jamaica's potential. China, already deeply invested in Jamaican infrastructure through the Belt and Road Initiative, saw new opportunities to expand its influence. Even neighboring countries like Venezuela and Guyana were watching carefully. Guyana, after all, went from being one of the poorest nations in South America to one of the fastest-growing economies in the world after its own oil discovery. Could Jamaica be next? The stakes couldn't be higher. If Jamaica plays its cards right, this could be the single biggest economic leap in its modern history. But getting it wrong could destroy more than just ecosystems. It could fracture the social fabric of the country itself. Because oil, for all its wealth, comes with a price. To harness this new resource, the government would have to build everything from the ground up. Training new engineers, creating environmental safety systems, and negotiating international contracts that don't leave Jamaica exploited by foreign corporations. It's a balancing act, that has defeated many nations before. And then there's the environment. Jamaica's coastlines are among the most beautiful in the world. Crystal waters, coral reefs, and white sand beaches that fuel its tourism industry. One major spill, one misstep in the drilling process, and that natural beauty could be lost for decades. Environmental groups are warning that a rush to drill could cost far more than it gives. The government insists that any exploration will meet strict safety standards. But with billions on the line, the pressure to move fast is intense. Meanwhile, local communities are caught between hope and fear. Hope for the jobs, the infrastructure, the opportunities. Fear of what could happen if those dreams don't reach them. In small fishing towns along the southern coast, people are already asking, will this oil boom really change our lives, or just make the rich richer? The story of Jamaica's potential oil discovery is still being written. No commercial production has begun, and drilling tests continue. But if even a fraction of these estimates prove true, the island could undergo one of the most dramatic economic transformations in modern history. Oil could bring prosperity and pride, or pollution and division. It all depends on how Jamaica handles this moment. There's also the question of timing. The world is moving toward renewable energy, solar, wind, and hydrogen. Some analysts warn that by the time Jamaica's oil reserves are fully developed, global demand could already be shrinking. That means the window to benefit might be smaller than expected. But others argue that this is exactly why the discovery matters, because the wealth it brings could fund Jamaica's transition to a clean, independent energy future. Either way, the decisions made today will echo for generations. Beneath the same beaches that attract millions of tourists each year, Jamaica may hold the key to a completely new kind of power. Not just oil, but influence. If managed with integrity, transparency, and vision, this could be the start of a new era, one where Jamaica isn't just a destination, but a global player. Still, oil is never just about energy. It's about politics, ambition, and identity. Will Jamaica's government stay true to its promises of using these resources for national growth? Will the wealth be distributed fairly? Or will the island become yet another case study in how fortune can corrupt even the best intentions? For now, all eyes are on Jamaica's southern waters, an ocean that may soon reveal the island's greatest secret. This is a story of potential, power, and peril. A story that could redefine what the world knows about the Caribbean. Do you believe Jamaica should embrace this opportunity or protect its natural paradise from the risks that come with it? Share your thoughts below and make sure you're subscribed so you never miss the next chapter in this incredible transformation. Because one thing is certain, Jamaica's future is about to get a whole lot more interesting.